Hey, welcome to the DIY Network. So right here I went ahead and get started already disassembling this unit. You can see I removed the leg right there, and then I thought, well, I should probably go ahead and show you all how to take apart this newer version of the Max Trainer. So you have to just pop this bottom tray out. You can see I'm doing that right here, and then on the inside we're going to go ahead and remove some of the screws. So these are the ones right here that I'm going to be pointing to. You've got a few of them up top, and there's some down below. Now, I wish I would have had my little speed tool, but I only had my hand drill or screwdriver, and this manual screwdriver, which took a little bit longer, but you kind of get the idea. You just have to remove these, and then the skin will peel right off. So just for reference sake, I'm showing the screws that I went ahead and removed. My tripod really wasn't working out today very well, so I kind of wanted to point to that. These ones up here at the very top of the mast as well, we're going to go ahead and unscrew. This is the only spot that it screws in. The other ones kind of clip, and I can't remember which type of insert they call it, but they will pop right into on the front side, but you have to remove these out first. So you could see I was playing with it right back there previously. I'm going to do it again right here. So all you have to do is just give it a little bit of a tug, and it will pop right open. Sometimes you have to use a pair of screwdriver standard to kind of wedge in there, but most of the time you just give it a little tug, and those little pins I'm pointing to will release and let the side out. Now you can go ahead and access all of those screws to access the insides of the machine. You're just taking off the skin right now. And that is the spot where you're supposed to stick the front of the plastics in. Now on these machines, what I'm going to be putting my hand on here in a second is called the crank arm. They are most likely to go defective. After that, you're going to be looking at right here the black and the silver spindle that I'm pointing to right here. Those also do go bad. The bearings go bad sometimes in them, and that was actually the issue that the customer had at the very get-go, was that silver spindle was actually a little bit warped, and so I had to swap it out. But I didn't even bother with showing the repair on that. I just wanted to show you all the insides of the machine for this job. So now that we're done with this repair, I'm going to go ahead and lift up this unit, snap the pins onto the front of the machine, and then once those align and clip in place, then we're going to go ahead and pivot that plastic over and pop them in on the back side of the machine, which is where you're standing right in front of when you're operating. Now this is where I differ from some of the technicians. They like to use those Bluetooth screws, but I go ahead and actually like to use real ones. I'm different like that. Let's go ahead and put those back in, and then once that's in, we go ahead and put the rest of the plastics and clip them in place. Now if you have a hard time getting in here, sometimes those little tiny screwdrivers are helpful. I didn't have mine with me on this one, but actually what I prefer to use is a little tool. I'm going to go ahead and give it a description down below, and a little link on the top right here. And that's to an Amazon store where you can actually buy one of my favorite pieces that I like to use. They are very, very helpful for getting into tight corners, and also kind of assist you in getting into some of those locations where you don't want a straight right angle, you want to get swiveled in. It's helpful. It's a good tool to have. Now next we're going to go ahead and put the plastic on the very front. Kind of clips in place. Just have to give it a little love tap, and then she's all set. You know, one verse right here is really helpful to me, James 1 verse 5. If any of you lack wisdom, let him ask of God, and that giveth to all men liberally, and upbraideth not, and it shall be given him. I really hope this helps you as it helps me, because I'm always praying and asking God to help me, because I feel so inadequate doing jobs like this. Case in point, coming right up here. Now right here you actually get to see a little mistake I went ahead and did. I actually went and fixed it afterwards, so you don't have to get up there and blast me on the internet for it. But I went ahead and screwed this piece in. It's two screws, regular screws, and then a piece of plastic to go over the cover to cover them. Then next you're going to want to put the arm, they call it an arm, but like the leg that you use to step on to do this exercise. It will normally you'll have a washer. I think they call it a spring washer. It looks like a little bit of a wave. I forget it right here. I went ahead and did it the correct way for the customer afterwards, or else you're going to get a real loud squeaking noise. But it's that one right there that I'm showing. I went ahead, for some reason, I don't know why, I know better, I went ahead and put it on like this, and then afterwards I was like, what did I do that for? I don't know why I did it, but it was too late and I didn't want to make new video. So I did fix that, but make sure you put the spring washer on the inside of that post when you're putting this arm back on. It's actually meant to be that way. Next, they got those little pieces of plastic that they put around. I mean, I don't know what they are. Insect repellents. I have no idea. It's just for looks. But it just goes right over the plastic, and then a cap, just so that way it kind of helps, doesn't dig your flesh off when you walk right past it. And the last one will be this one right up at the very top. I'll put that right over there and push it in, and you're all set. Hope this helps. Please give me a thumbs up and a follow.